Hello there, we're Growth Mindset Yeti, and we're working with schools and parents to help children become happy, confident learners by developing a growth mindset. We teach children about growth mindset as it builds confidence and resilience, helping them face any challenges or learning they might find difficult in a positive way. We want them to learn that perseverance is the key to growing their skills and abilities, and that each time they try, new connections form in their brains, helping them to build on their past attempts until they achieve their goals. Before we explain further about growth mindset and about what you can do at home to support your child to learn to think in this way, a mindset itself is the way that you think about things. It's the little voice in your head that helps you make sense of what you learn and what you experience. Carol Dweck, a professor at Stanford University in America, discovered through her research that people think with either a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. She describes someone thinking with a fixed mindset as someone who thinks that intelligence and abilities are fixed at birth and that everyone has a set amount. They believe this can't be changed and that there's no point in trying to push past that limit if you're going to fail. Someone with a fixed mindset thinks that intelligence is the most important thing in learning, and once things start to become difficult, they struggle to accept help or stretch themselves to try something that doesn't come easily for fear of failure. She described someone thinking with a growth mindset as someone who believes that their talents and abilities can be grown with effort, and that perseverance is the most important thing in learning. Rather than seeing mistakes as negative, they believe that each attempt is something to be built on, taking them closer to their goal. They understand that people achieve skills and abilities differently, but that everyone can meet their potential through effort and determination. If we think about these concepts in relation to children, a child who thinks with a fixed mindset thinks that being clever is the most important thing at school, and how clever or able they feel determines their sense of self-worth. They spend a lot of time worrying about making mistakes and can even be turned off learning altogether as they don't like not feeling clever and able. They like their work to be easy and don't really enjoy a challenge. A child who thinks with a growth mindset believes that effort is the most important thing in learning and form their sense of self-worth from the effort they put in rather than looking clever. They see mistakes as just a part of the process and are able to think about where they might have gone wrong in a more positive way to help them learn and move on. They enjoy being challenged and learning new things and don't get worried when learning becomes tricky, as they know that they'll get there if they just keep trying. Children with a growth mindset can often overtake children who show an initial talent at something, as they don't stop trying and persevere past obstacles, embracing the challenge of developing and improving. We want to help your children develop this healthy growth mindset throughout their time at school, and there are lots of ways you can help at home. Watch our family growth mindset video to discuss growth mindset with your children and talk about the things that they're learning at school. Do the switch. A child's mindset starts to take shape through what they hear at home. Part of our role as a parent is to be your child's cheerleader, to build their confidence and self-esteem by telling them that they're the best thing since sliced bread. This is a really important thing to do, but if all your child hears is, "Clever girl, aren't you smart?" or "You're such a clever boy," then this is what they internalise as being the most important thing in life, and will most probably go on to develop more of a fixed mindset. Changing the way you praise your child by adding in comment about how hard they're trying or how much effort they're putting into something makes a big difference. If your child sees that you value effort and determination, then so will they. Build on the positives. When your child is trying something new, try to point out what they're doing right instead of focusing on what they're doing wrong. If you point out the positive parts of what they're doing, they'll know what to build on and will be much more open to listening to different ways of trying. Stop worrying about mistakes. Mistakes are a necessary part of the learning process. They show you that your child is trying. Rather than thinking about them as something negative, think of them as learning experiments. If we all stopped trying when we made mistakes, we'd never have all the modern technology and advancements that we take for granted. Scientists and inventors try time after time, adjusting and tweaking what they're doing until they're successful. The world around us advances at a rapid pace through people who persevere to solve problems and keep pushing through their mistakes, learning and building on them until they reach their goals. Try to diffuse any anxiety linked to learning at home. This can be done by adding a little Yeti magic by using the word yet. When you change "I can't do it" to "I can't do it yet," it leaves your child feeling positive about achieving their learning goal. They know that they'll get there if they just keep at it. Using yet can really help diffuse frustration, as it makes things much less black and white. It's not a case of either I can or I can't anymore. This third option of "I can't do it yet" develops an expectation for your child that they will understand or achieve what they set out to if they just keep at it and persevere. It's a really handy tool to have as a parent when you feel like you're battling with your child to help them learn something new, or when they're getting frustrated with their homework, especially as they get older and start to take on more independent learning. Help your child to feel inspired. When you come across someone your child admires, point out that they started out right where your child is now, and that they got to where they are in life through keeping trying and not giving up when things were difficult. Rather than pointing out their skills or ability, draw parallels between the effort your child puts in and the effort of the person they admire. This will help them to feel positive and motivated by their own efforts. Help them to understand that the brain is like a muscle. It grows with exercise. The more they persevere to use it and learn new things, the stronger it will become. It's a powerful concept for a child to understand that it's okay not to be able to do everything immediately, but that they can get there if they put in the effort to find out the information they need, or to practice the skill they're working on until their brain makes the connections it needs to accomplish their learning goal. School is a really important place for learning, but the core of how your children think about themselves and the world around them comes from you. Helping your child to think with more of a growth mindset will really expand their potential and their enthusiasm for learning. The very best way for your child to learn is by example. If you're able to talk about keeping trying when you find something difficult yourself, or are able to tell your child, "I haven't got it yet, but I will," within your own situations, it will really help reinforce what they're learning at school and help them embrace their own growth mindset. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch through our website, www.growthmindsetyeti.com. We'd love to hear from you.
We are the Yetis. We are the Yetis. We are the Yetis.